welcome back to my channel. I am so excited because now we are officially going to be playing with the right palette. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I did an oopsies and I bought the Glam palette from Natasha Denona and not the I Need a Nude palette. So quick side story, I went to the Sephora website, I plugged in Natasha Denona palette, and that's the first one that I saw. So I immediately just added to cart and I bought it without even like clicking on the pictures and making sure it was the right one. Who does that? I know, right? A few days went by and I was like, wait a minute. I came across Natasha Denona's post on Instagram and I was like, I think I got the wrong palette because I saw the packaging and I was like, oh my God, I bought the wrong palette. So the Glam palette came out, I think last year, and it's a bunch of cool tones, which this palette, you guys, is still super, super beautiful. The quality, the pigmentation, that is one thing about Natasha Denona. If you guys have ever played with their palettes, the formula is amazing, but they are pricey. They are very, very pricey eyeshadow palettes, but I feel like because the formula is so good, they can price it that much. Have I used different palettes that are as good and they are more affordable? Absolutely. Natasha Denona obviously is sold at Sephora, so it's definitely more of a luxury brand. And I'm so happy that I do have the actual one that I wanted, which is the I Need a Nude palette. And I'm so excited to swatch it on my arm, slap them on my eyes, because I've heard that they do have a new formula, so the eyeshadows are more creamier, more buttery, and more shimmery. So I'm just so excited. Also, if you guys are interested, you can save $10 when you use my code Sandi at checkout. This is with like anything that you buy from Natasha Denona's website. I used my code this time, so you can't use it on the Sephora website. You can only use it on the Natasha Denona. Yes, if you do use my code, it does help me commission wise. So there's no obligation for you guys to use that code, but I'd like to be honest and let you know that I am earning some money. But of course, I want to show you guys the swatches on my arm, and I haven't played with the palette yet. I haven't even touched the eyeshadow, so this will also be my very first impressions on the quality and on the swatches. So let's go into it. Okay, you guys, can we talk about those shimmer shadows? And if you are a bride and you're gonna get married very soon, make sure your makeup artist has this palette. This screams bridal. Like, it legit screams bridal. It is so, so beautiful. Look at those shimmer shades, you guys. So we have 2 high shine metallics, 7 buttery matte shades, and 3 captivating sparkling foiled finishes. And we have 3 eyeshadows in the new wet effect formula with sparkling and glossy finishes. The benefits of this palette, if anybody is interested, it is mineral oil free, paraben free, cruelty free, and it's also made in Italy. The first shade we have is the color Stone. It's a matte, light, medium, warm taupe color. Then we have Whisper, and Whisper is a metallic, light nude pinky shade. This next color, you guys, called Ella, hopefully I'm saying that right. It's a sparkling foiled warm color, and the reason why I'm so excited for, because I love bronzy colors. Like, look at that sparkle. Now, you guys all know, I don't know how I graduated high school because I can't pronounce stuff to save my life, but hopefully I'm saying this right. Vague. A matte, medium, warm, dusty rose color. Another shade I'm gonna really hella mispronounce, Travertine. A metallic, soft amber color. So Delia, you guys, it's one of their newest sparkling wet effect. It has a little bit of silver brown undertone. So here we go. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, but I just love the sparkle. I'm so glad they actually have a matte brown color and it's called Silhouette. And now we have a sparkling foiled color in the color Champagne. Whoa. Oh my God, that is beautiful. Oh my God. Next up, we have the shade called Fair. This is a really nice misty rose bone color. All right, so Filigree, hopefully I'm saying that right. It's another sparkling foiled color. So one thing I will notice, you guys, is that these are super creamy. Like, as soon as my finger touches the pan, it feels very creamy and wet. Now we have a warm rose, also another matte shade. It's really pretty. Next, we have a glossy warm champagne color. Then we have the shade Tender. It's a matte medium taupey shade. You can really create a nice smoky lid with that shade alone. And now we have Mesh. This is also another matte light dusty rose. For the final color, you guys, this one's called Mia or Maya, a sparkling wet effect, and it's a nice icy pinky shade. I'm gonna put it right here. Like, look at that. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. Run to the comments, comment below, let me know what shade is your favorite. Now, obviously not the matte shades because they are a little bit different, but it did remind me a lot of the shimmer shades. Let me show you guys right here. So, I mean, it has a little bit of a similarity. The Makeup by Mario one still has, or actually, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think they kind of look casi igualitos, right? Yeah, I liked the Makeup by Mario palette, but I kind of didn't really like the mattes in the palette, to be honest. I felt like they were just like, I don't want to say the word patchy, but like, I don't know. I kind of didn't really like this palette as much, but I did love shimmer shades of this palette. It was really, really beautiful. So for the look today, you guys, I was really inspired by this from the website. I think it's just so beautiful. It's dark, it's smoky. I want it on my eyes. Of course, I don't know what colors they use, porque no dice, but I'm gonna try my best to mimic that look. I'm gonna take the shade called Vague, and that's gonna go all over the crease. As soon as you put your brush into the palette or into the pan, there is kickback. So kickback to me, honestly, doesn't really bother me unless extremely messy. Do you guys remember like that Anastasia palette? Which one was it that like broke the internet because the kickback was really bad? So not like that. I remember I bought it too and it was not the business. And I am guessing they went into Silhouette, which is the dark brown shade, but let's build it up. Let's go into the shade called Tender. Going back to my MAC 217, I'm gonna place it right in the crease. I like to always pat my eyeshadows in and then move it back and forth. So you can see it did deepen it up a little bit, and this is such a pretty cool tone color. Taking more of Vague, we're gonna run this in the crease and then just buff it out, just to make sure there's like no harsh lines. So now we're gonna go into Silhouette, this dark brown shade. Usually I like black eyeshadows in a palette, but this has a dark brown, so we're Gucci. I just always have to have at least one dark eyeshadow in a palette to do a smoked out liner, to do a smoky look like we're doing today. I just feel like it's really important. Okay, same thing. I always like to start off in the crease and just move it towards the outer corner. We're also gonna apply it towards this outer corner here because I think that's how she has it, right? That's why I went in with the other shade, you guys, first, that dark gray shade, because it makes it easier when you go in with a darker shade afterwards. The blending, it just makes it so much more easier. So for all over the lid, you guys, I think she has this color, Muse, which is the one that we went into earlier. So I'm gonna put it all over my lid. So let's see. I'm gonna apply with a brush first, and I'm gonna see how it looks. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, that is, oh my god, that is beautiful. But you know what? Her crease looks really defined. So I'm gonna actually like a half cut crease like that. Yeah, let's leave it like that actually. And then we're gonna blend this out. With the brush, it's very stunning, but let's see what it would look like if I were to go in. Like, look at that. Oh my god. With my finger. Oh yeah. Okay. So use your finger. That is way more pigmented than going in with a brush. Using Urban Decay Perversion. I'm gonna create this wing. And it's okay if it's messy down here because we will clean it up. And at this point, you can leave your liner like that. I'm gonna go back into Silhouette, that dark brown shade, and just go right on top of it to smoke it out. I slapped on some lashes and I also did my skin off camera, you guys. Now let's go ahead and finish the eyes. So I am gonna go into black, and I will be running this in my waterline. And with the shade Silhouette, I'm gonna run this really close to the lashes. Usually I take it pretty low, but we're gonna keep it not too low. The shade Tender, I'm also gonna apply it towards the bottom lash line just to blend out that brown. So for the brow bone, you guys, I do want to add a pop of highlight, and I'm going to use the shade Sheen. I want to use as much eyeshadows as I can. So Sheen is a really pretty color. It looks really pigmented. So I'm just going to go just right here on the brow bone. Like, oh my god, that's so beautiful. Can only imagine using that all over the lid by itself. And I really want to go into this highlight color, Mia, this one. I really want to use that one and apply this in the inner corner just to bump it up a little bit more. For mascara, you guys, I'm gonna go into the Benefit Fan Fest. I absolutely love using this mascara for my bottom lashes. Like I mentioned in my TikTok videos, it doesn't do very much for my top, and also I'm not a girly that wears mascara like on a daily. That's just not my thing, but I do love this mascara for my bottoms. I feel like it makes them look very, very beautiful. All right, you guys, so let me give you my final thoughts on this palette. I love it. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to create more. Like, I have the urge to create a more like wearable eyeshadow look, so follow me on TikTok and Instagram because I will definitely be doing another video on this palette. But I love the shimmer shade, you guys. This formula is very beautiful. As you guys did see in the demo today, you do have to use your finger to get the most pigment out of that specific metallic shade, but I also went into my brush to perfect it, and this is just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love the way that my brow bone is also very like glowy and sparkly. Like, I am obsessed with the quality of these eyeshadows. I will say it kind of reminds me of the Makeup by Mario palette just a little bit, like the colors, the shimmer shades. If I were to rate both of these and which one I would get, if Makeup by Mario could sell these shimmer shadows on their own, I would definitely purchase. But the quality of the matte shades, I have to give it to NATASHA Denona. They were more buttery, they weren't as patchy. I feel like with the Makeup by Mario one, you do have to build it up a lot, and with the NATASHA Denona, you really didn't have to. And you get a lot of shimmer shades in this one as well. But the Makeup by Mario one is also a really pretty one, but if it were to be between these two, I would definitely say I would go for the NATASHA Denona one for sure. So right now, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about this palette? Did you guys like my eyeshadow look? I really want to know your thoughts. And are you going to pick this up? I love you guys so, so much. Besitos. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok because I do post there daily. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you do head out today, because that really helps my channel and it allows people to see my channel, and subscribe as well if you guys haven't, and be a part of this family. I love you, Guian Sen, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.